Enter the dragon. Enter the dragon. Yeah, welcome back to ProAm1. I'm gonna quickly go through the table. I'm not gonna read out all the points because by the time this replay loads, I'll still be carrying on. So leading the way, technically, which is P1, is Stewie Mac. He's forever in P1. God bless him. He's in P1, and then we have Pavel. He's leading the championship, but Stewie Mac's always in that top position. So Pavel, crazy, 8875 leading the championship. Then we have Sixpenny Guitar in second, Fast JMS in third, Jason in fourth. Then we have Mickey in fifth, Steve Stones in sixth, P1 Rob in seventh, Rocky Rich in eighth, Ricky J in ninth, Nath in 10th, TRG D4TC, that's down for the count, 11th, the darkest one in 12th, 1805 in 13th, Duds in 14th, Johnny C in 15th, and we have Nick there to the rear, Nick Matthews in 16th position. Welcome back to ProAm1, Dragon Trail Seaside, the MRC Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship. Yeah, I think it's round 5. Are they on? I think it's round 5. Yeah, this is round 5. Round 5, Dragon Trail Seaside 2 through the life chicane. People know it as a death chicane, but you know, in my eyes, it's a life chicane. So I'm gonna get this out here now. But check out Sardegna Road Track B. That'll be hopefully released Thursday evening, Friday morning. But they'll be out prior to the next week's racing. Well, this week's racing. So sticking it on pole, we do have Jason, Pavel, Fast JMS, Sixpenny Guitar, Mickey, Duds, the darkest one, Steve Stones, P1 Rob, Rocky Rich, and Ricky J to the rear in 11th. Technical track, Dragon Trail Seaside. A lot of concentration is needed, especially entering that chicane, aka death chicane. But in my eyes, it's a life chicane. Not the greatest angle here from GT Sport at all. We're going to display this information because it's going to be a guessing game how their tyre wear is. They're now heading downhill to the tricky left-hander, the first left-hander. It can become quite compact. I mean, Jason there perfectly does it around that corner. Looking back to the rest of the field, they all get away okay, and they've all got around. So heading now towards the live chicane. Who's going to get it all wrong? Who's going to perfect this chicane as they head through? Let's go on with Jason there. Jason heading through now, looking back at everyone else. Everyone else seems to get it done okay. Bit of contact to the barrier. It does happen around this track. It's a tricky track for a lot of people. Even the pros get it wrong. Jason there running a bit too deep into that barrier. I mean, it's only the first lap. Fast JMS like, yeah, I'm coming on through. A bit of a touch there. They head uphill now. Pavel leading the championship. Yeah, he's there at the minute. We've got around about 3 rounds to go. I think they head on to round 6, is it, on Friday? I'm quite sure. But we've got these two up front and we're having a bit of a battle. P1 Rob, new to the grid this evening. Nice to see you, my friend. I do the commentary for ProAm1. So you hear from me week after week. Rocky Rich in 9th, darkest one in 10th. And we have Ricky J in 11th. Leading the way still, Fast JMS. Over Jason there, with Jason running a bit deep as he exits the live chicane into the barrier, which is now costing. But I'm pretty sure he's got the pace to, you know, to contend for that #1 spot come the end of the race. But they got to watch out for Pavel. Pavel is currently leading the championship and he's on a charge. But Sixpenny Guitar, the guy that hosts the room each week, he's behind. You know, he'd be hoping for Pavel to do some errors so he can gain a bit more points onto Pavel. But I think if Pavel could get another win or two, I think, you know, extend it even more. You never know. We've got Crazy there looking to the rear of GSI. Jason there, he's looking to the rear. Wouldn't advise passing now because you can cause like a really bad accident, you know. Glitch on that chicane as well, I'd say, as you exit. A little pokey out bit, it's invisible. But yeah, if you touch it, it will spin you out or push you out wide into the barrier. Sixpenny Guitar, he's there in 5th position, but he's got the slidey, drifty Steve Stones there in 6th behind him. Already we've got the top three forming into a bit of a battle now. We've got a boat on the ocean there. Hello boat, how are you? We've got the Darkest One in 8th, Rocky Rich in 9th, P1 Rob in 10th position, and then Ricky J in 11th. So then, the battle's going to commence now, I would think. So we're going to look back to Jason. We've got Pavel there. Pavel's looking round the outside this time. We do look for that cutback, but Jason, no. Jason backs out of it. Remember, certain rules in this league are tyre depletion times 4. There's no fuel. If you do incur a penalty and you do overtake with a penalty, your penalty will get doubled or tripled, whatever's deemed necessary by the stewarding team of the MRC Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship season 15. Not too far to go in the season. Where's time gone? But Mickey there in 7th, the Darkest One in 8th, Rocky Rich. Rocky Rich there. P1 Rob, he's new to the league this evening, which was last Friday evening. I've got this out a bit late, you know, I've got a lot going on anyway. Apart from that, P1 Rob there, can he get up to P1? We shall see. He's looking there to the inside of Rocky Rich, just backs out of it at the last minute. But team We Are Driven, team Quick Fit there for Rocky Rich. All different manufacturers as well. We're heading through that chicane now. We've got the two teammates, they're both Red Bull. Jason's come off a bit worse there, he's hit into that barrier. So the two teammates of Red Bull are currently 1 and 2. So they're not only scoring points for themselves, they're scoring points for their manufacturer. I mean, Jason there in 3rd position, part of Team Samson. I was part of Team Samson, but you know, I've dropped out of the season 15 due to you know, things. Steve Stone's there, Samson as well. But he's got We Are Driven on the rear. We Are Driven, big growing group that is. Raising money for different charities, support out there as well. It's okay not to be okay. Digital car culture, so on and so on. You Dart Smokers, CJW Racing. There's even some new commentary like Martin Davis I've noticed, and Sean Daniels as well. You know, they're slowly getting up there, doing great work for the commentary side of things. It helps. We've got Mickey there. Mickey there to the inside there of Steve Stones, and he gets that move done. He does indeed. A little bit of contact there to the rear, but nothing untoward. Sixpenny Guitar in 5th. Remember, Sixpenny Guitar ideally needs to be closer to that pack up ahead, because they got the likes of Fast JMS and Jason. So we've got, yeah, so Fast JMS already he's breaking away there from Pavel. On board lap now with Fast JMS as they drop downhill to the left-hander. Tricky braking section here. As you've seen there, he's missed the apex completely, and looks like Pavel cut that apex quite nicely, and he's gained that bit of time. So with Fast JMS running it wide, that's cost him a bit of time there, and as you can tell now, Pavel Crazy has gained on him, you know. And we got Jason there, and Pavel is breaking away from Jason ever so slightly, headed through the lovely life chicane. Perfect this chicane, don't do it wrong. Crazy again gaining time there to Fast JMS, heading through this little quick S section there with heavy braking section again. Keep it out wide if you can, and then cut it into that apex, which he's doing now. Pavel there with a wider line in. And again, Pavel there's gained time onto the back of Fast JMS. So Fast JMS, difficult few corners for Fast JMS, and now Pavel was gained massively to the back. We're dropping downhill now for the tricky S section. The trickiest part of this S section is the bottom of the hill. Slight lift on that throttle accelerator. Yeah, nicely does it there from Fast JMS, and again Pavel has gained that time to Fast JMS. We dip downhill again to another heavy braking section. The left-hander, it's not very heavy, a slight lift maybe, don't run it too wide, you have a tendency to run it wide, and again Pavel's just there in the background. He wants that first position, and Pavel there into the grass. So he's got a bit of dirt on the tyres, he's got to be careful now heading down to this last chicane as they head on to the start finish straight. So clip that as well. Try not to hug the inside, because if you clip the inside of that curb in, it will push the car out. 7 minutes in, 30-minute races each for Dragon Trail, Seaside 2 and Sardegna B. I think Pavel there is just helping his teammate, because they are part of the same manufacturer, Team Red Bull Racing that is. So the fastest at this moment in time is actually done by Pavel there, 1:47.553. So technically he's run about half a second quicker than Fast JMS, but you know, Fast JMS perfected that corner then, so that was better this time out. Yeah, he's got different decals on there. Dud's there in third position. Dud's there in third. What's happened to Jason? Jason he qualified on pole, and Jason's just having a tricky race this evening. So that's enabled Dud's just to get up in third and maybe close the gap between him and Crazy, which the time gap is 1.8 second gap. So it isn't massive, it is doable. And again, tyre wear will come into effect. I haven't got that information up. I'd rather have that off this afternoon and just have it, you know, to have it as a guessing game. Who's on what, who can do what, etc, etc. Who's managing the tyres the best. I mean, Steve Stone's there, we're like too wide as we head uphill. But Mickey's just sitting in the background there behind Steve Stone, just biding his time. 8 minutes 20 seconds in, we're about 21 minutes to go. Wicked on the rear of that car, Steve Stone's. A little bit of contact there to the rear. Will that affect Steve Stone's? It has a little bit, but Mickey, fair play to him. He lifted off. He's seen that. He knew he'd done that contact. And he's like, hang on a minute, he's going to go off. I'll just back out. Sportsmanship there, great sportsmanship from Mickey. Just backed out of it. The darkest one in 8th for Team We Are Driven. Back, and he's got the BMW for the second race, I think. Remember, this is Subaru WRX GR4 one make race, and then the second race is their own choice. And we've got Rocky Rich there in 10th position, and then we have Ricky J in 11th position, having a good season so far in 11th, and he's dropping down to the final chicane now. But up we go, ladies and gentlemen, because we are heading on to lap number 6, and Pavel there just biding his time over Fast JMS. I think Pavel knows he's a little bit quicker than Fast JMS, and maybe he's just saving tyres as well, because there's no fuel, so he hasn't got to worry about fuel. It's about looking after them tyres, and I think Pavel's just playing the sensible game here. Just sit behind Fast JMS, let Fast JMS do all the work. Just Pavel just take it nice and easy behind, coast where he can, lift off, brake early, etc, etc. Dud's there, coming under pressure now from Jason. So Jason there behind Dud's, and he dives down the inside Jason. Very nice move there from Jason. Yeah, and he's got that moved on over Dud's, but again Dud's looking for that switchback on the outside. A little bit of a panic, and he can't overtake. So unfortunately, with Dud's overtaking, that has earned him a penalty, which is very unfortunate indeed. It does state in the rules, no overtaking if you have a penalty above your car, and I'm afraid, I don't like to say it because I do like the racing in Pro1, but you know, if they know the rules, they know what to do. Just don't overtake with that penalty. And unfortunately there, I think Dud's has it's come off a bit worse there than Jason. He'll get that penalty doubled. He's got rid of it now, but anyway, let's not dwell on that. Mistakes happen in life. You know, that's what happens in life. Mistakes do happen. They learn from it, they come back, they bounce back and carry on, you know. Steve Stone's there in 6th position. We've got Mickey in 7th. The darkest one slowly coming under pressure now from P1 Rob. P1 Rob there in 9th position. He's broke away now from Rocky Rich. Remember, Rocky Rich, I don't think he's a fan of this car, and I think he prefers his own car, you know, the McLaren. And then we've got Rocky Rich in 10th position, and Ricky there in 11th. So up we go quickly. Now we've got Pavel. Crazy there. He's looking there to the inside of Fast JMS, but Fast JMS is looking again. But no, Fast JMS. Oh, they're both side by side. Pavel ran it a bit wide on the exit, but Pavel has got that first position. So Pavel now is thinking, right, we're almost halfway into this race. I need to start breaking away. And Fast JMS there. Fast JMS in seconds. Like, hang on a minute, mate. I'm going to do what you've done to me. I'm going to sit behind you for a few laps and look after my tyres. Because round about now, tyre wear will be coming into effect for a few of these drivers, and Pavel there into that barrier. And again, that's going to enable Fast JMS to slowly close up to the rear. Pavel there in 1st position, but no, Fast JMS hasn't got that move done. I think Pavel now is pushing it a bit more now, just to break away from Fast JMS. But by Pavel doing them errors, you know, he's not going to break away. So Dud's there in 3rd position. We've got Jason there, Jason in 4th, and Jason, he's still sitting behind Dud's, and I think him as well is just biding his time of where he could do it. Drop it downhill, lift off here, don't run it too wide on exit. Dud's lucky there. Dud's just kept it on track, and that's cost him a lot of time by slowing up, and that's enabled Jason now just to dive down the inside there of Dud's. Yeah, Jason's got that move done onto Dud's, but Dud's is still there on the outside, and again they're still, no they're not, because Dud's has got that 3rd position again. So Jason is there just waiting, but by these battling away, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Sixpenny Guitar. He's just slowly closing up. You know, he's minding his own race, sorry. And he's just like, yeah, you two carry on battling away because I'm going to gain a lot of time from you. And he has. So he's in the prime attack mode now. He can technically jump these two. Get 2 for 1. 2 for the price of 1. Lovely jubbly. Down the inside does it. 6-penny guitar. Does he do it? No, because he's looking to the outside there of Jason. And then Duds in third. Jason's looking down the inside of Duds. And then Duds is looking back to the inside of Jason. And then we've got 6-penny guitar wants to go for the middle. Great racing. See what I mean? I love doing commentary for ProAm1. It's just all, you never know. You never know what happens. You know, it's close racing, respectful racing there. So these three now battling away. They're heading through now the light chicane. 6-penny guitar just, ever so lucky there. But Jason into the barrier on the exit. That will slow him up. 6-penny guitar can quite possibly get his 4th position. Will he die down the inside? He's looking for it and he's thinking about it, but he hasn't done it. He is now. No, he's not now. He's thinking about it now, but he hasn't done it now. So no, 6-penny guitar up to 4th. With Jason breaking a bit earlier there, but again, that's enabling cars behind to catch up as well. Crazy still leading the way. And yeah, you know, the midfield is where it's at this moment in time. The Steve Stones as well. He's capitalising from more or less. We've got Mickey in 7th. Mickey's just waiting as well. And Mickey there's breakaway now from the darkest one. But the darkest one's now coming under pressure from P1 Rob there. P1 Rob looking around the outside there. Would he go for the switchback? Oh, a little bit of contact there. Easy does it, fellas. Easy does it. They're still battling away. We've got the darkest one still in 9th position. He wants that position back off of Rob. And Rob's like, no, you're not having it. So I'm going for that P1. Because I am P1 Rob. Oh, he wants it a bit wide into that gravel and that will slow him up. That's very unfortunate indeed. Great racing there. Rocky Rich in 10th and Ricky J in 11th position. So up we go. Let's go up again. Let's see what's going on. Powell, a bit of a gap now to Fast JMS, but Fast JMS is possibly in that slipstream range as well. So he's getting a little bit. No, he's out of it actually. 1.2. I think it's 0.8, something like that. Duds there in 3rd. Cars opting to pit now. We've got the likes of Jason staying out. We've got Steve Stone staying out. Mickey staying out. 6-penny guitar as well in the pits. And the darkest one in the pits. So I feel with these pits in now, they're going to be the fastest cars on track. And then we've got Ricky J. P1 Rob up to 7th. So he's been promoted a few positions. Mickey J. He's now closing slowly there to the rear of Steve Stones. 15 minutes in, 15 minutes to go. Where does time go when you're having fun? Heading through the lovely jubbly life chicane, or had to get off the brakes there into the barrier on the exit. Very unfortunate there indeed. But Duds is struggling out with that tyre, and Steve Stones is taking advantage of this. He's like, yes, I'm coming down the inside of you there, Duds. But Duds like, no, I'm going to come back round the inside of you. And then Steve Stones like, no, I'm going to sit behind you now and just get you as we go up the incline. They go up the incline now, and I think Steve Stones may have the overspeed there on Duds. And then drop it downhill now through the snaky sections, like a snake's gone down here. And Steve Stones is up to 3rd. Steve Stones up to 3rd. Duds is giving him respectful room there. But again, we got Jason there. Jason just sitting behind in 5th position. He's like, yes, hello, Duds. I meet you again, my friend. But they got Mickey behind. Mickey's like, don't forget about me, Jason, because I'm going to get in the mix as well. And you can see that 3rd position. So anything's up for grabs, you know. Anything here is up for grabs here in this race. Especially for that 3rd, that final 3rd. Fast JMS got past Powell. So Powell, what's happened to Powell? Can we pick that up at all? This was already done quite a way before. Yeah, so Powell's had a bit of a moment somewhere. So that's enabled Fast JMS to break away now in that 1st position. Yeah, Powell's got that tyre wear. The way that car's reacting, tyre wear is coming into effect for Powell now. But yeah, Fast JMS. Will he opt to pit now? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. No, they're not pitting. They're staying out. Do you know what? I'm quite fascinated to see what their tyre wear is like. Let's put that on, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's a guessing game. So, no, actually, no. So, they're alright. So, they're just battling each other. And it's slowing them both up, you know. So, Fast JMS, crazy. Steve Stones in 3rd. Battling away with Does now looking to the inside there. Steve Stones to get that move done. They're side by side, these two. Great racing. Great respect from these two. But Duds there in 4th, dropped down to 4th. Steve Stone still in 3rd. He can't break away because if I remember from last week, he's on the racing medium, but it looks like he's on the racing soft. Mickey there in the pit. So the first one's the bit with 6-penny guitar. So 6-penny guitar, the time gap between him and the leader is 16. We're talking around about the 29-second mark. So anything is doable. You're looking around about, I don't know, about a 24-second pit stop around here, there or thereabouts. I'm not quite sure, but I'm Idleful Gaming. Check out my YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe. I don't just do MRC, I do sim effects, I do MVP racing and ESR as well. So subscribe, never miss the action. So when a video does pop up, you'll get a notification of that. But yeah, helps me, helps MRC, helps the ProAm1 boys get out there as well. But again, you know, we've got this pack forming, we've got these three battling away. I think this is going to carry on to the end, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got the likes of Steve Stones there. Steve Stones in third, Duds in fourth, and Jason has got potential to, you know, to win a race. He really has. Just think little errors from Jason cost him a little bit. If he can get rid of them demons, he'll be winning races, you know, because he has got the pace, trust me on that. Six-minute guitar as well. Six-minute guitar pitted. He's on them fresh set of tyres and he is gaining time. He's took around about 2 seconds there out of the leader. So with these two not opting to pit, they're still staying out. Steve Stones and Dud still battling away, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lap number 11. Dud gets it there on the inside. Steve Stones looking for that switchback maybe. He's thinking about it but doesn't do it. So Jason to six-minute guitar. So yeah, six-minute guitar, he's had a good few laps because there's six-minute guitar he's gone through. So yeah, six-minute guitar has got the jump. Mickey there in 6th. Jason comes out in 7th. Darkest One in 8th. So he's had a quiet race so far. And Ricky J. ProAm1 obviously they pitted. And Rocky Rich as well. Rocky Rich to the rear. So pit stops are happening now. Some pit stops are done. I don't think these two are opting to pit. I think they will go for that no stop. Especially Pavel. I think Pavel will go for that no stop. But I was surprised last week. He pitted around about the 20-minute mark, you know. Dud's there in 3rd position. Steve Stones is absolutely flat out on it. He's yeah, he wants that podium back, the final podium position in 3rd place. And can he do it? That's the thing. Because remember, race number 2, Sardegna B, which will be out Thursday. I'll get that out around about this time as well on Thursday. Sardegna B is their own choice car, remember. So they got used to the Subaru. And then it's getting used to their own car as well. So it's adapting to the two. And again, we've got Pavel there. Pavel there looking around the inside there of Fast JMS. And Fast JMS to Pavel. And Fast JMS is there. Fast JMS really look down the inside as well. Great racing from these two. But it's enabling the guys. And again, Fast JMS. Look for that inside. And does he go for that inside? Fast JMS in that inside there. Pavel, these two having a great battle. The respect between them two is brilliant, to be honest with you. Steve Stone's now being released in that 3rd with Duz pitching in 4th. Six-minute guitar in... Sorry. Well, hang on a minute. Wow, six-minute guitar is he's up to 4th. So six-minute guitar is having a couple of stonking laps. 148.411 is his fastest lap so far. And I know Pavel's still got that 147 as a fastest lap, point for fastest lap, point for pole, and obviously maximum points for the win as well. But Steve Stone's there, a bit of smoke for them tyres as he heavy brakes into that corner. But I think that the guy benefiting from this is six-minute guitar. If he can look after them tyres even more, he will be on for a winner. Podium possible. Jason there defending it into that left-hander because he knows he's got Duz. Duz is on the fresher tyres, remember, so Duz has just come out the pits and Jason's just up ahead as well. Jason pitted a couple of laps ago, so again Jason's tyres will be fresher. Mickey in that 5th, I think he's going to be sooner or later passed by these two, but we'll wait and see. I may be speaking too soon. We've got Rob there, the newcomer to the league in 9th. The darkest one, I mean the gap between Rob and the darkest one is 7.9 second gap. So yeah, and again, you know, six-minute guitar, it's taking a lot of time out. It took around about, I would say, 7 seconds out of the front two, you know. Dud's there and Jason still battling away. What's happened there? Oh, Dud's in the grass, is going off-roading. And something's happened there between Mickey and Jason by the looks of it. Or am I wrong? Or am I wrong? Did Mickey get this a little bit wrong? A bit hot into that chicane. And there, or no, hit into that curb, sorry, hit into that curb, so that slowed him up. My error there, I thought it was a bit of contact, but there wasn't. It's just Mickey hit that inside curve and it bounced the car up and got him a bit unsettled. So, crazy. Ran about 7 minutes to go, there or thereabouts. Got up to first. He's breaking away now from Fast JMS in second. 1.8 second gap. Steve Stone's there in third. Where is Sixpenny Guitar? Sixpenny Guitar in regards to Steve Stone's is 11 second gap. So we're going to, 10 now. So he's took a second there out of Steve Stone's. And I feel now the tie wear is coming into effect now for Steve Stone's in that third position. These two have got enough of a gap over Steve Stone's and Sixpenny Guitar. But Jason there in fifth. We've got Mickey in sixth. We've got Duds there in seventh. Remember, Dragon Trail Seaside in reverse, it's got a lot of elevation on the track, even the normal way round, and it's tricky in certain parts. Ricky, slight contact into the barrier there, Rocky Rich in 11th, so they're doing well for the ProAm1 category, you know. Stewie Mac competed in this league, he's missed by everyone, to be honest with you. Fast JMS in second. Steve Stone's in third. Sixpenny Guitar, he's gained massively, hasn't he? 10 seconds. So that took a lot of time. It looked like he took a lot of time there out of Steve Stone's, and he hasn't. Duds is trying to recover from that bit of an error, and again he done the similar thing, but he's kept it on the track and it didn't bounce him out. It didn't bounce the car around, so he's managed to perfect that so far on the next laps, but he's still behind Mickey there in sixth. And I feel again, Duds has got the pace to overtake Mickey, but I think Mickey will defend. Yeah, Duds is wide out, tight in, and again he's run it wide onto that grass. So again, that's going to enable Mickey to break away. And with that four-wheel drive technology on the Subaru, it's helping him when he goes off track. Rob there in eighth. So Rob in eighth, he's doing well for his first outing. And we've got the darkest one in ninth, Ricky J in 10th, and Rocky Rich to the rear in 11th. I've always said it, Rocky Rich, I don't think he's a fan of the Subaru. He's a totally different driver in his own car for race number 2. So, Pavel, just over 5 minutes to go. The MRC Grand Turismo Touring Car Championship. Round 5, which is the first race of round 5 is Dragon Trail Seaside 2. Fast JMS is second position. Again, you know, these two are going to score good points for their manufacturer and for themselves as well. Steve Stone's to Sixpenny Guitar, but again, Sixpenny Guitar is coming under pressure from Jason. So Sixpenny Guitar to Steve Stone's, the time gap was, and it's increased by half a second. So has Sixpenny Guitar used his tyres already? Maybe so. Maybe he's just backing off and push it for the last 5 minutes or so, because we're under the 5 minute mark now, and Jason can see Sixpenny Guitar. I think Steve Stone's is okay for that third position, the final podium spot, as long as he can keep it on track. Fast JMS is second and Pavel there in first position. Yeah, Sixpenny Guitar, Jason in fifth, Mickey in sixth. Yeah, so it's gapped now. So it's gapped, it's settled out. I think this will be how it finishes, but I think the only battle forming is these two here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Jason to the rear. I think Sixpenny Guitar has used his tyres up already, which is very unfortunate indeed, because Jason got good drive out of that corner, and he's looking down the inside there. Sixpenny Guitar, no, he doesn't get it done. So Sixpenny Guitar, he's okay for that fourth at this moment in time. I feel Jason may do it. Oh, sorry about the cameras. Dive down the inside, maybe. Thinking about it. Hasn't done it. Or Sixpenny, yeah, Sixpenny Guitar is suffering from that tyre wear in his Subaru. So then, yeah, it's you know, from the start of ProAm1, it's been really good. I don't know, the last couple of races last season for them. Yeah, and it's so far they gave a good performance, each and every one of them. To the people that competed, to the people that left, you know, they all gave a good performance. But yeah, you know, these boys here, they're still battling away And Jason there still in that 5th, still hasn't got past 6. So I think 6-minute guitar maybe just ease off that throttle slightly. Just took it a little bit steady. Maybe he felt in his heart of heart, right, I'm using a bit more tyres here than I should. And now he's got that bit of a gap again to Jason. Jason as well hitting that inside curb. It's surprising what that curb can do. It can really unsettle the car. As we see from the previous laps before, it can really unsettle the car. Pavel is now broke away, so Pavel took it nice and easy at the start, and he's now got that gap over Fast JMS. They haven't pitted, remember, so they're going for that no stop. But then Fast JMS has got to look out for Steve Stones, because Steve Stones to he's comfy actually. Fast JMS there in that second. Steve Stones comfy so far in that 3rd, but is he? That's the thing, because we got, oh wow, no he's not actually. 5-second gap between Steve Stones and 6-penny guitar, so 6-penny guitar can see that, so we can see that gap falling by like around about 5 seconds, because you remember it was like 10.7 and now it's like 5.5. I mean that's a hell of a lot of time just over a single lap, you know. As Steve Stones burnt his tyres all out. We'll wait and see now. Ricky J's, he can see Rocky Rich. So Ricky J is like, yes, hello Rocky Rich, I can see you now on that 10th position off you. Because remember, all points do matter in this league. Let's go up quickly. Let's go up. So Pavel, yeah, he's comfy now. So Pavel's got the win in the bag, bar and error. But this battle here is still. There's Steve Stones. There's 6-penny guitar. There's Jason. And Mickey isn't too far behind either. So Mickey there in 6th position. So the battle for the final podium spot is not over. 6-penny guitar. There's Steve Stones heading for that final chicane now. Jason is just sitting behind buying his time, and that tyre wear is kind of into effect. Now Jason there looking to the inside of 6-penny guitar, sorry, the outside, and yeah, he's got that position. So now Jason can maybe pull 6-penny guitar along and get that Steve Stones up ahead. So Steve Stones, he's this is touch and go. We're on the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the final lap. So 6-penny guitar again in the inside. Remember, 6-penny guitar needs all the points he can get. Because by Pavel in that 1st position, you know, he's going to extend that gap even more. And Steve Stones is in 3rd, and there's Jason behind. There's 6-penny guitar as well. 6-penny guitar. He's in 5th, and this is, I feel a move is going to be done towards the latter part of the lap, you know. So Pavel there, and again Pavel's being close by Fast JMS. Steve Stones, Jason's broke a little bit of a gap to 6-penny guitar there. So Jason, yeah, the time gap, that gap's falling massively. 2.3 second gap. Now Steve Stone's got that heavy tyre wear in that car. 100%. He's gonna come under pressure from Jason and Steve Stones. But Pavel, you know, great racing there from Fast JMS, you know, and Pavel. But Pavel got that lead in the end, and it looks like he's gonna grab another win in this lead. Steve Stones. Oh, this is gonna be close. Wow. What a finish this will be. But Pavel coming up to the start finish line now to complete his race, the 1st race of the night. And Pavel there, great battling from these two, you know. Steve Stones to Jason. This isn't over yet. Wow. Pavel there, great win for Pavel. Fast JMS is 2nd, well done you two. But Steve Stones to Jason. Who will get the win? We've got Jason there. Jason there looking to the outside. Jason looking to the outside, they're so close. Oh, he gets a win! Oh, Jason just got that win. Let's have a look at that again. So we've got Jason. Jason there, he's like, yes, hello. Hello again, my friend, Steve Stone. And they're side by side. They're side by side. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. That was so close. So close. We're going to pause it on the line. Here we go. They're heading up to the timing line now. We're going to pause it right about now. Look how close that. That's nothing in that at all. Let's have a look at that. Wow, that was so close. 13 thousandths of a second. That's nothing at all. So close to a finish that. That's the finish of the season. Well done to them two. Steve Stone's unfortunately in 4th. Sixpenny Guitar in 5th. Good points again. Mickey in 6th. Duds in 7th. Cool, you wouldn't believe I'm just getting over stuff from the hospital and that. God. But anyway, I enjoy it. I enjoyed the racing in ProAm1. Duds there in 7th. P1 Rob, well done to P1 Robin in 8th. And we'll have the darkest one crossing the line now in 9th position. Then we'll have Ricky J in 10th and Rocky Rich. They crossed the line already. They're quite a way behind. They're 10th and 11th. But the darkest one there crossing the line in 9th. So very well done to him. But Pavel, great race from you and Fast JMS. Jason nabbed that final podium spot, which was great to see. But unfortunately for Steve Stones, that tyre wear just come into effect massively for him, and unfortunately he lost that podium. Steve Stones, Sixpenny Guitar. I think that tyre wear was coming into effect as well, so he lost ground. Mickey down 6th, good race from Mickey. Duds, few errors from Duds. He ran it wide, bit of off-roading for him as well, and you know, he could have had the potential to get that podium, but just minor errors cost him. Rob there, great outing for Rob as well in that 8th position, so you know, we'll see what you could do in the Sardegna B. Watch out for that. So I'll be doing that shortly, but that'll be uploaded on Thursday. I did promise like by Friday they'll be all out, so I've got some other replays to do as well. The darkest one, bit of a quiet race for the darkest one, but again he's in 9th. Ricky J battling away there with Rocky Rich over a number of laps, but Ricky J there in 10th, and then we got Rocky Rich here in 11th position. So we just watched the darkest one crossing the line. So that was yeah, that was Dragon Trail Seaside done. But I've been Idle4 Gaming down Baldwin. Check out Sardegna B when that's uploaded. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.